Hey guys, Tanna here with another Konosuba Fantastic Days video. Okay, so previous video was a should you pull. It's kind of like a mix, but overall I feel like it's a skip because it's not limited. But anyway, I'm recording this back to back. I'm just gonna edit this tomorrow. I'm gonna be editing and then upload the should you pull video right now. And then this one right here is gonna be tomorrow. So when you're watching this, it's the next day already. So kind of makes sense like why everything is like the same. Okay, so for event, let's head over to the event. Darkness looking really nice right here. God's blessing on this wonderful work of art. We have about 10 days for this event. I think the previous one was also like 9 or 10 days, right? And as usual, after the event ends, we're gonna have a 1-day break, you know, for us to rest and just chill a little bit. I've not gotten her, but I'm actually on the verge of getting her already. Okay, as you can see here, I actually did this one time. So managed to get some really nice crit on Megumin 22,000 damage to her. Okay, which I'm gonna be talking about in a bit. Okay, so from the story event, as mentioned in the previous video, previous video before it released, I mentioned it's a Queen Golem, which is right here. This is a statistic one that is. First thing first, she's weak to dark for some reason. Not light, cause she looks kind of dark if you get what I mean. And after trying hard and expert, she does surprisingly little damage. So as I mentioned in the full video, full damage is highly recommended. Even if one of two members dies, you still have your backup. So just try to dish out as much damage as possible. So because Megumin crit 22,000, I managed to deal like 51% or something like that. While Whis is also amazing here because she can self-heal. And then of course, if you have Swimsuit Aqua, which I obviously didn't get after 13 pulls, you should be able to two-shot the boss if you have been playing since launch, I guess. On average, I feel like 3 tries is a good gauge, you know, more or less good enough. No sweat. I personally wouldn't manual the events now. So I'm usually just running auto all the way. But if you can squeeze, you know, the extra damage and do a 2-shot for this and then also a 1-shot for hard, feel free to do it. Okay, let's go to the medal exchange. Okay, as usual, skill pots and Axis medals, Ares medals, these 3 right here. Be sure to 100% grab these. These are 100% worth. And then next, you definitely want to get the skill pots here, skill pot here. Maybe, I don't know, I would probably skip this for once because she's really bad. Like, it's the usual darkness bad, so you can skip the skill pot this time, even though I read that she was actually used sometime way in the future, some new content that we do not have it yet, but probably nothing to worry since we already got her for free. You know, if you're playing right now, you probably get her for free. Just do 3 times and get a boss. Yeah, and you'll be able to get her, but I don't think it's necessary to skill her up. But if you have the extra stamina, feel free to do it. Then of course, as usual, the rest is up to you, whatever that you need. Surprisingly, we have abundance of these. Okay, and we have a way to farm these right now. I have like 800 of these right now, and I don't see the gold ones. Okay, for some reason, and also there's no stamina stake in this event for some reason. Again, I don't know what's with the exchange system. And then we only have like 1 material ore here, which I'm probably gonna grab this as well. Okay, and whatever that I need, you gotta be crafting things. So like if you're in need of whatever crafting materials, feel free to grab them. I have quite a bit of them right now. I have not really recrafting. I only crafted 1 4-star stuff from Megumin, and that's about it. Even this, I only have 24, so maybe I'll grab this. I don't know when I'll need it, but you know, you never know, right? Like in the future, you probably need like certain things like this limited event. So maybe you want to get this. Okay, you can only get this. It says limited event, so you'll probably only get it from this event. You get it from normal, hard. Okay, I'm not gonna cover these because this is like not really farmable. It's capped at 3 a day, and then you should still be clearing this every day. Okay, then as usual, we got some farmable stuff. This is a Tanna sword, which I already have like 80 of them. And then we have a dark dagger, which I have 54 of them. Okay, so this one might be something that you want to be farming for this event. Okay, it's a normal 10. And then rock earrings, if you still need, you know, a couple of them, you can actually farm for this. This is great for the current arena boss, by the way. And then Cyclone Scepter, if you need them. Okay, and finally Fire Dagger, and then it's gonna be repeating, right? See here, it's gonna repeat. So, okay. So it's usually just 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright. And I've been diligently restarting the quest, like stages. So I stock up a lot of skip tickets for I don't know what reason, but feel free to use them or feel free to hoard and use in case of emergency, like maybe the event ends tomorrow and you need to do a lot of farming you forgot to do during the week or something like that. Skip tickets are there for you. So I would say save 100 to 200 tickets is fine. 500 is too much. I don't even know why I have so many. I've been just AFK farming a lot, cruising in the game. You're enjoying the game despite getting shafted so hard. Okay, finally, team setup. Okay, for some reason it just went over my head, but there is no tier list for this current event, so I'm just gonna run through. And thankfully this is a week to dark event, so there's no like a 100% do not bring character. Like if you feel like they are strong, you might be able to do it. If you have already invested in characters, then it may or may not make sense to invest in another character. But raising them is actually really easy right now. So even like Kazuma, I honestly don't mind doing this right now because we have quite an excess, and by the next event we'll have a bunch of them, so I wouldn't sweat on it. This will, I don't know, just squeeze some extra stats, so highly recommend that you do it if you kind of like use them. As you can see, the XP pots, we have like abundance now, so nothing to worry there. As for the sub characters, I've done a video, so if you're new here, feel free to watch that. I'll probably leave a link in the description below. Okay, so let me go over briefly on that, and if you really want, I could still come up with a tier list probably tomorrow or something, like day 3 of the event, which I still update over time. Yeah, maybe I would do that. Okay, so overall, if you have the previous event, Megumin, she's great here. Okay, dark, and then explosion, and then she does buff herself for really good reasons. And then Whis, she's great as well. Even though normal damage this time is like just dark damage, but the current banner one is even better because, okay, let me just really quickly, like the current banner one, this, even though it's a normal magic damage, she's gonna heal herself every round, so she could even be your tank, you know what I mean? Just that she doesn't have the taunt skill or something like that. And then the rest is just a slightly longer cooldown, 18 and 19 seconds, but they do dark damage. So for this Whis that I have, every round she's gonna deal a lot of dark damage, and then every 18 seconds she can heal herself, which isn't too bad. She managed to survive all in the previous run that I did. And just some characters to recommend. Definitely not Arue, because okay, if you have 4-star Arue, she's definitely the star. Everything is gonna be pure dark damage. Alright, so she's gonna be probably the best DPS for this event, aside from Melissa. Melissa is just doing her thing as usual. She's gonna do a shit ton of damage, especially in this event. Like with her agility buff, she basically just keep doing extra damage every round. Okay, so I feel like she just do like 2 times damage. Okay, even though she might do lesser damage than like what you see on the numbers, but the number of times you see her go at it adds up. Then other Arue, not viable. I mean, they do okay. I mean, just neutral damage, then her ult does a lot of damage. So if you have her, you can actually use her. But if you have like a dark base character, it'll be better. Okay, like this is like 2 out of 4, and I don't really fancy that because like a lot of characters have like 2 out of 4, which I'm not like a big fan of. I would prefer them to have like at least 3 out of 4. But of course, best is 4 out of 4 like elemental damage. So like say Dust. Okay, I keep calling him Chris, but I finally kind of get it. Sometimes he still looks like Chris for some reason. So like Dust, he also have 2 out of 4, which I'm not a big fan of, but it is what it is. Even though they are dark unit, but they does non-elemental damage as well, especially for physical characters. And I think that's about it for today's video. Just a really quick one. In-depth tier list could be in the works. If you guys wish, I would start working on it. It takes a bit of time, setting up the tier list, but it's actually quite fun doing it. Just a bit tedious, right? So it's gonna be a video on its own, definitely. So yeah, so that's all for today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys learned something from this video. As usual, it's more or less the same, but I'm still gonna continue making them in case like new players come in, just like wondering like how to do the event and things like that, or maybe you just need a gentle reminder, or you just want to support my channel, feel free to do so. Appreciate it as well. With that being said, subscribe, like, comment, all that jazz, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.